and your penis expands, but it expands even more. And you're just like, wow, I have this ability? Okay, you know what? Nah, we're straight up on this podcast. No. Hapthor's, he's probably packing some.
He's got to be. I mean, just proportionally, like if any of the math adds up, right?
Yeah, man. Like
he's not going to have a small shoe size.
No, that's true.
Because he just can't.
Yeah.
He's not going to have it.
Sometimes in porn, it's like sometimes like some weird ass dude.
You brought us here.
Who's got some giant hands.
Yeah, nah, I've seen quite, like, it's interesting.
And Nsima's researched this quite a bit, and he found out that the women have really small hands. So guys, go ahead and feel good about yourselves or feel okay about yourself. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
These women have abnormally small hands.
For all you losers still watching porn, like, no, like real talk. I mean, if you're watching and you're like, damn, their dicks are so big, just realize the women are really tiny and their hands are small, which is why it looks like they're handling a massive hog.
I just tell my wife all the time, like it's a video, it's a movie, it's like special effects. Like people aren't really walking around with dicks like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's impossible.
Yeah. But I do like that because now it's like, okay, like, people always like, oh, this guy's on stuff. And, because like bodybuilders, right, they get smaller, they get leaner, and their muscles look bigger.
Yeah.
So it's, I guess, the same thing with these dudes' dicks.
Hey, a guest that we have coming on the podcast, which you guys are going to love this one. Susan. I don't know if we've talked about it.
We've talked a little bit.
Tiny bit, yeah.
Man, I've been working that penis pump.
You've been putting it into use. How do you like it?
Every other day, because it's literally like it's supposed to be like a workout regimen. Like you're sitting there with your
you got your nuts in there.
You can.
Or have you not done?
There's two. There's the one that you can put your dick and your nuts in it, but there's also the one that
full package, we'll call it.
Yeah, there's also the one that if you just get yourself hard, then you just sit there and you pump away. And I've been first thing is it is crazy because the pump literally pumps more blood into your dick. So you're sitting there and you're like, wow, it can actually be this big because it's like it's pumping extra blood and your penis expands, but it expands even more. And you're just like, wow, I have this ability. This is here the whole time.
You're like, I got to show somebody this.
Like, I got to just snap this picture.
Unbelievable.
I think Andrew said that the other day. Like,
hold on, wait a second. Let me unhook this shit, send a picture. Cool, put it back. All right, good.
Pet Project family, is TRT or HRT something that you've been interested in? Well, if you are, that's why we've partnered with Merrick Health, owned by Derek from More Plates, More Dates. They are the premium telehealth TRT and HRT clinic. And the great thing about Merrick Health that is so unique about them is that versus every other telehealth clinic out there, they give you direct plans for you specifically. Many clinics give you just plans that they give to everybody else, but we are individuals. We have different hormonal levels. We need unique plans. That's why you need to check out Merrick Health. And Andrew, can you tell the people how to do it?
Yes, over at merrickhealth.com, MAREK health.com. When it comes time to actually purchasing these labs and paying for them, if you're talking to somebody on the phone, you can just mention promo code PowerProject15, or if you are manually checking out on your own, you can enter promo code PowerProject15 to save 15% off all labs. Links to them down in the description, as well as the podcast show notes. Let's get back to the video.
But it is supposed to help with like it is supposed to like make the veins within your dick a little bit more able to handle more blood flow.
Right.
And it helps the health. Like this is quite literally helping our prostate or our dick health.
Yeah. And it was something about like some kind of like atrophied muscles or muscle tissue or something in there that this will help or some shit like that.
Yeah, dude. This is wild stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's use it or lose it, right? And so like for some people end up with dysfunction for all kinds of different reasons. Sometimes it could be mental. Sometimes it could be heart related. Sometimes it could be, there's a lot of different reasons on why it can happen, but this will help this literally, I think that people think that penis pumps, they just think they're a joke and they don't think they do anything, but they can be useful. They can help get some blood flow to the area.
Didn't Leo give you a whole thing on the benefits?
He knows fucking everything about them. So he's got like a training protocol.
And if you didn't open it yet? Okay,
I still haven't opened it yet.
Yo, in this, it's from Joe Kaplan. Maybe you can bring up the brand just if any of our because it works.
It's his.
It's his. Yeah.
Any dangers? Like, has you like over pumped or like?
Oh, you can definitely get yourself in some trouble.
You can, but like the manual says, like, do not go over 10. There's like the thing, right? It goes all the way up to 30. You're not even supposed to touch 10. And for your first few, to get your dick used to it, it's like you start a little
Does
bit
it have
lower.
a battery or something in it?
No,
it's got
dude.
a pump. Like
It's
Oh.
yeah. It's
It's a hand pump.
It's a hand pump, bro.
This one's
So-
electric though, I think.
Whoa.
I think that, electric pump. So
Yeah.
you can set it and forget it. This is the ones that we have right here though.
That's the one that we have, yeah. But we got a few extra things in there too. Thank you, Susan, by the way. I don't think you're listening to this episode. We can't wait to talk to you, but thank you for sending all of us.
We're going to bring some more peeps on this show to talk about sex type stuff and sexual performance. Because I've actually had a lot of friends hit me up like kind of independently, and they're like, bro, like I got some serious issues going on, and I'm really happy that you guys are talking about it, all the way from, erectile dysfunction all the way to like people being like really addicted to porn. And again, it's like, we're guys, so we like joke about everything, but like a lot of the stuff is like really serious. If you have like your connection to being a man is kind of your man parts, and if your man parts ain't working, it will set your whole body off in a way that doesn't feel good. And that's not good. And so we need more people to talk about it. We need more people to be able to help people get out of these predicaments. A huge percentage of the United States it is pre-diabetic, and diabetes and the blood flow to that area, they kind of go hand in hand. And that's a big reason why, so blood pressure and diabetes, like these kinds of things, they wreak havoc on your body. And then there's so many young people getting into, we talk about TRT and just steroids and performance enhancement all the time, but it's like, you want to trade that performance enhancement of just having a little bit more muscle mass for potential dangers later on. Cause it's like, I don't really think there's like a lot of information right now on like what's your body like if you're on steroids for 30 years, 40 years, 50, like we don't really know. And so if you start flirting with this stuff when you're 20, it could, like, I mean, I started when I was 25. And I'm telling you straight up, like, you got to just I don't regret anything that I did. It's part of my story. It's part of who I am and what I've done and shit like that. And so I'm all good with it. But, the more information you have going in, the better.
Oh, absolutely. Which is great. It's great that we have channels like, Derek, who's talking about a lot of this stuff and talking about, because he doesn't only go into all the benefits, but he does go into the dangers. But, I have a video that's coming out kind of about this topic, and it's great that we have all the info, but also I finished reading You Are the Placebo by Joe Dispenza once again. Thanks, Andrew, for the reminder, because I think I read I read part of it a few years ago, and I read it again recently, and as cheesy as it sounds, the power of belief. If you believe something can work, or if you believe you can do something, it sounds cheesy, but it really has a big effect on what you're able to do. And in his book, he has so many literal studies that have been done. For example, morphine, right? When people thought that they were being injected with morphine, individuals were able to go through surgeries without actually, like, they literally injected them with a saline solution, cut into them, and the person released the endorphins necessary to not feel pain because they believed that they were on morphine.
Right.
And there's a bunch of other things. Like, Andrew, remember that study with the old people?
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. So that they brought just a group of elderly people, they're in walkers, probably even wheelchairs. I don't remember all the details, but they were not very mobile.
And they weren't feeling good either. These people were coming in, they're like, I'm feeling sore, I have arthritis.
So they basically brought them into a different like living space. And then they were like, hey, we're going to pretend that you guys are back in your like 20s or something like that. Looking at the date, they actually put everything that was available to them back into that year. So whatever it was, like shitty TVs, if maybe, the newspapers, everything, they're like, we're going to pretend that everything is 19, blah, blah, blah. Walkers started getting put away. They started playing like Frisbee, and they started like running around and doing shit.
Running, bro.
Like in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So they walked in, or they couldn't walk in. And then as they left, they were like literally younger, like health markers showed that they had like aged in reverse.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel because we continue to bring you peak content on this channel. Obviously, you guys are here. You guys have watched the whole video. So like, comment, subscribe. All right. See you later.